excited for today's video because you all chose what we're going to read. Over on our Instagram story, we had different polls asking you guys which books you wanted to see us read, and we're gonna do that today. If you're not already, make sure you're following us on Instagram if you want to participate in future videos. That all being said, let's go over the results.
My first poll was between No Exit and Rock, Paper, Scissors, and Rock, Paper, Scissors won by a lot. It was 70 to 30%, which I'm pretty happy about. I've heard such great things about Rock, Paper, Scissors. Both of the options were mystery thrillers, but this one is more of a domestic thriller. I'm really excited to read it. This will be my first Alice Feeney book. Inside on the bottom it says 10 years of marriage, 10 years of secrets, and an anniversary they will never forget. I hope it's just not like a whole bunch of miscommunication. I hope it's some really deep, dark secret.
My first poll was between A History of Wild Places and Sign Here. Sign Here won by a little bit. It was 62 to 38%. I honestly would have been good with either one of these books, but I am excited for this one because this one was more of a recent release. This was my book of the month pick for October, and all I know about it is that the story does take place in hell, but it's more set up as a corporate world, and these workers are trying to manipulate people into signing their soul away. So I'm so excited to see what the plot is going to be.
It's already noon, so we're just gonna get started, read some of our books, and update you guys in a little bit. We're about halfway into our books. I'm really enjoying mine so far. So basically, this couple, they've been married for 10 years and they're kind of having a little rocky patch. They're going on this little getaway in hopes that they can save their marriage. This really is like the last straw. Where they're staying, it's actually a chapel, so it's kind of creepy and like little things are happening where both of them are like spooked about certain things, but there's definitely secrets going on. We know that they're both hiding something, but we're not really sure what it is. Each chapter in this book is ending like with a shock. It's kind of like, you know, when you watch an episode and they end it with like such a good cliffhanger that you want to watch the next episode. That's how these chapters are going, so I really like that. The husband is a writer, and sometimes the wife feels like she's left out because he's constantly going into these other worlds where she feels like they're not real and I'm real and you're not paying attention to me. So that's some of the problems that they're having right now. The husband does have a condition called prosopagnosia, and it basically just means he cannot distinguish faces and features. He can't even tell that he is himself and who his wife is and who his mom is. And I just think that it's so crazy, but it's also like really interesting to read about. That's obviously something that is a struggle in their relationship as well. Right now, I don't really have any guesses on what's gonna happen, and I'm just ready to figure out what this big plot twist is that everybody seems to be going crazy about.
I'm also liking mine a lot already. Darkly humorous is the perfect way to describe this. I know I've compared other books to this show, but if you've seen the Good Place TV series, that reminds me so much of how this story is told and like the tone of everything. We're currently following Pei, and his focus right now is getting one more member of the Harrison family to sign their soul away, which I know sounds very heavy, and it's a dark topic, but like they said, darkly humorous. It's very light, it's funny, and it's an easy read. It's not at all like I'm reading about hell. It's just a concept, you know? I just think the setting's so interesting. It's fascinating the way that this author decided to go about it. Hell has different levels as if it was an office building. So you have the downstairs, which is more of the traditional place that you do not want to be at, but you can work your way up to the different floor levels. Pei is on floor 5. And those are the people who get to go back to Earth and try to get other people to sign. It's a lot, but it's already so interesting. What I also wasn't expecting is not only are we following Pei and his mission of following the Harrison family, but we're getting the perspective of each of the Harrison family members. So I thought that was really cool because we get to see what's going on in their lives. And we're kind of forming a connection with them too. I'm really liking it so far. I want to see how it ends. If anything, I'm more interested in the family drama that's going on.
Okay, it's currently 4:07, so we are going to keep reading. Hopefully, our next update, we are done with the books.
Ooh. and we finished our first books. Do you want to go first?
I can't get over this plot twist. I'll start by saying, honestly, a little slow. Like, this whole book was a little slow. Some things were a little bit repetitive, but the payoff, I don't think I've read like a twist like this.
Oh, really?
Ever. I feel like through most mystery thriller books that I read, I'm constantly like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And I was starting to feel like I can guess a few things. I was way off. I mean, wow. I'm in shock. Like, what the heck? I kind of want to reread it just so I could understand more of like what was going on. I really don't want to say too much about like the second half, because I honestly feel like if you are interested in reading this book, I think you should go into it knowing literally nothing. The second half, things were definitely picking up. Both of the secrets they were hiding came to light. When I read books, I always think, could this be a movie? Could this be a good movie? This one could not be a movie. I think that's like the first one I've read where I'm like, this is in no way could this be a movie. So I don't know why it just feels more special that way. If you guys have read it, please let me know your thoughts. Let me know if the plot twist got you too. I feel tricked. I feel lied to.
I'm kind of interested now.
I think you should read it. I think you would like it. It's either a 4 or 4.5, but I think because it was slow towards the beginning, I'm gonna have to go for a 4. I'm really happy I finally read this and now can understand what everybody's talking about with this book.
Wow, that's a great first book.
I think you should read it.
Right now?
Yeah, right, your second book.
I did enjoy this one as well. One of the more unique books that I've read this year, and I appreciate it for that. The story was so much more than I initially thought just based on the synopsis. And I wish more books would do that because I love not knowing everything that's going to go on. And there was a bunch in here that I wasn't expecting. A lot more character driven than I initially thought. Again, I loved the Harrison family and learning all about them and their points in the plot. I also really liked Pei and seeing how all of that was going on, because I mean, it's two completely different worlds pretty much. There was a lot of different subplots going on, and at times I kind of felt like it was a lot, but at the end I do think it was a solid book. The ending wasn't as satisfying as I find some endings are. Let me know if that makes sense at all. But a really solid book. I really found it interesting, really unique. Really. Let me know if you have read this one. I should put the dust cover back on. At the root of this, I feel like it was a family story. I enjoyed it. I think I would give it a 4. It seems like I would do it dirty if I give it anything less. I just wish the ending was a little bit better. Great first picks, you guys. Thank you.
So it is only like 8:30, so I think we're just gonna read the next one today.
We might as well. Like, I'm feeling good.
Right?
I don't mind reading more.
And we stay up late, so we don't have a problem reading another book. The next one I have is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and Then She Was Gone. It was off by 9 votes. How crazy is that? In My Dreams I Hold a Knife won by 53%, and Then She Was Gone was at 47. So both of these books are very popular mystery thrillers, but this one I do see a lot more often, especially during October. I felt like everybody was reading this book, and I heard really good things about it too. So this one is 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. I will say right off the bat, it is so hard for me to distinguish different characters. I'm hoping that's not the case here if we're following 6 different characters. I hope this one's gonna be just as good as the first one because we're on a roll.
We're on a roll. Okay, for mine, I know these weren't the best choices, but I needed to get these read. You guys know I'm working my way through my contemporary romances. So my poll was Fuel the Fire by Kristen Becker Ritchie and The Play by Elle Kennedy. The Play one, which I actually felt like was a little shocking because I feel like the Addicted series is very popular, but so is the Off-Campus Briar U, so I am excited nonetheless. The Play Elle Kennedy is the next one I had. It won by 55%. I'm excited to meet this couple. I'm ready to be back at this university because I've taken a bit of a break from this series, so yeah, I'm ready to just jump right into it and meet these people.
I'm so excited about this. I'm ready to dive into this book, so we're gonna go ahead and get started and update you guys halfway.
Guys, it's 11:30. We're back with our first update. we're about half, right? So we're doing so perfect on time.
This book is going past and present as well. In the present, it's the 6 friends. They're at their college reunion, and then in the past, we're going through their friendships and just their experiences that they went through in college. There was a group of 6 friends. They were really close, and one of them ended up being murdered, and none of them could ever really get over it. So in this reunion, questions are being brought back up and things are being uncovered. It seems like everybody has some secret that they're hiding. The day that Heather died, everybody in the friend group has obviously talked to her and seen her and communicated with her, so it's kind of like everybody just wants to figure out like what happened with you and what happened with you. And I will say that's interesting. There's a lot of twists. I will say there are parts where I'm like, this is just very childish. I can't really believe that like a 32-year-old woman would be like, I'm gonna show up at this reunion and I'm gonna take your man, or like, you got into the sorority that I wanted. It's just like a mess, and I just feel like some parts are just really childish in that way. Our main character is Jessica Miller, and we definitely know she has a big secret, something that's bothering her, but we haven't figured out what her secret is yet.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's just the childish parts where I'm like, come on. I wish it was written a little more realistic, because I just don't think that anyone would really care.
That's crazy. Mine, a little less thriller. I have met my couple. We are following Demi and Hunter. Hunter we knew from previous books, so I am excited to be reading more about him and his story. This one's a little different though, because Demi is actually in a long-term relationship and Hunter has taken a vow of celibacy. That makes it really interesting, because I'm like, if this couple is supposed to end up together, how are they gonna deal with all of that first, you know? He knows that girls and dating around and stuff is a huge distraction for him because of what happened in a previous book. So this time he's team captain and he's very much like, I'm not gonna let any of that distract me. This is my season, I'm gonna be here for my team, and has just vowed all of that away. He kind of thinks this is a perfect scenario. Demi and Hunter have been partnered up for a project and he's thinking this is perfect because she has a boyfriend, I'm not doing anything, and I like having our friendship, you know? And she's kind of the same way. However, you can see their friendship building and stuff, and it's very cute. Something I do like about this series is because it's dual point of view, we're getting to know each of these characters in depth. We're following what's happening in their lives, in their home lives, with their parents, and all of the other stuff. This one I can't really flaw yet. It's super cute. It's good so far, so I am liking it. It's already after 11, but we're gonna keep on trucking. I'm thinking we can finish it today. I mean, I'm feeling good right now. I tend to get my energy now, like at night.
I might have to drink a Celsius, but I mean, we can do it.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep on reading and let you guys know when we're done. But we have finished our second books and it's been a day.
I finished this one. The ending wasn't what I predicted at all, but it also wasn't like a big shock to me either. Like, the rock, paper, scissors book was a huge shock, so I was kind of thinking that this one would also have a huge shock, but it really didn't. I don't know if it's because I read rock, paper, scissors first, but this one I just felt like it didn't meet that one. But I really did like learning about Jessica Miller's secrets and what she's been hiding. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because my prediction was wrong, and I love when my prediction is wrong. I don't know if I would like really recommend this one, because I felt while I was reading it, I was like, this is a lot happening right now. Like, how are we still going back and forth about this? That's just me. I know it was really popular. I honestly think it was just because I read rock, paper, scissors before and I really enjoyed that one.
Battery died. I can't tell if we look completely different. But I'm gonna go over my review now. Here's the thing with these books. They're always so solid. You can't really flaw them. You get what you get with these. They are a college contemporary romance series, and I mean, I do love, like we said, how all the books are intertwined. Even though we're following a new couple each time, I love reappearances of all the other couples. It just makes the book for me. It feels like everyone's connected, and they are, and I love that. This one I honestly think was one of my favorite ones of the whole Off-Campus Briar U series in total. I don't know if it's just because I haven't read one of these in a while or what, but I just really enjoyed it. Even though these aren't ever anything like revolutionary or completely different, they're always so reliable in that you know it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be a good read, you're going to get into these characters and end up loving the couples. I find that we always do. If anything, this one has inspired me to just finish off the series already. I think I only have one more book, and then I have The Legacy, which is supposed to be a wrap-up of both series. So I really did enjoy it. And I mean, I was going to call it a short read again, but I mean, it's like 2:30 a.m., so maybe it's not. I think I'm going to end up giving it honestly, this might be the first 4 I give in this off-campus universe, which is crazy. I'm excited to read the rest of them, but I think this was a good pick, you guys. Thank you. I would have been struggling through Fuel the Fire. I know I would. It's too huge.
Overall, we got to read 2 new books. I really liked you guys picking out what we read. I think that's so fun and just a cool way to like include you guys. So that is going to be it for today's video. Comment down below and let us know if you have read any of these lovely books. If you have not, they will be linked in our Amazon storefront in the description.
As always, you guys, we do post new book videos every Wednesday and Friday, so if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Let's just ask Google. They say it. Here, how do you spell it? P-R-O?
S-O-P-A-G-N-O-S-I-A.
P? Just kidding. You guys, we finished our book. Dude, I don't know.
There was both of their secrets that they were both hiding obviously came to revelation.
Okay. Oh. That was the poll that was head to head. That was head to head the whole time. Jake Connolly, I miss him.
And we've each drinking a Celsius.
Let us know if it works. Like, let us know if the energy is here. Like, if they think it worked.
It did work.